You know, when I saw the news this morning that there was a strike on the Venezuelan parliament, I thought, why don't we strike the Verkhovna Rada? Well, after all, this question has come up many times, right from the very first day. I probably answered myself. Probably it's still, well, we say it's a legitimate, yes, a legitimate body elected, and we can't. Well, obviously, there will be sanctions. They'll say that Russia is striking, meaning at the president, at the legitimate one, as if we're targeting him. Then I see a video, right, of them singing about Father Bandera, those, what are they called? Yes, the deputies of the Verkhovna Rada gathered together, and they're singing Christmas songs about Bandera. And again, yes, again, you come back to this philosophical question. But here they just struck and flew away, completely disregarding any international norms, any UN rules, or whatever. We'll go ahead and convene it. They'll just close the visas and no one will be able to fly to the UN, right?
And let me remind you about 2014, how all Russian propaganda, the authorities and authorized people back then, myself included, were breathlessly telling everyone that the government in Ukraine was illegitimate, that it came to power through a military coup, organized with the help of cookies by the UN, cookies and fascists, Nazis, Banderites, yes. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, we go and recognize Poroshenko as the legitimately elected president. Is there any consistency at all in our actions? Is it even possible to deal with a country that pursues such a policy? It's just interesting, that's all. Probably not. That's why with the start of the special military operation, we found ourselves in a kind of vacuum.
So what are we seeing now? Could this be, well, not exactly a deal, but something like what Zhirinovsky talked about, right? So Trump gets Venezuela, we get Ukraine.
I think, honestly, I don't know how right Zhirinovsky was or how realistic such a trade-off even is. But I can say one thing. There's that old saying that a donkey loaded with gold can take any fortress. That's it. And I voiced a seditious thought that at least a third of the money spent on conducting the special military operation could have been successfully used to bribe the entire Kiev gang of plutocrats. There would have been enough even for Warsaw, and maybe even to grease some palms in The Hague and in Germany too, if only, A, there were people capable of doing this, I mean diplomats, and if there were at least some minimal guarantees that this money wouldn't just disappear or get lost along the way, but would actually reach its intended recipients, that is, those being bribed, and that no one would leak it to the Western press. That's it.
But that's a question. This is a big topic for debate because those who march with torches there in Ukraine, honestly, it's clear that it's not about the money. No matter how much you try to pay them off, it's on a completely different level. It's ideological. Hatred, plans, and dreams of seeing Red Square in flames, right? So, or maybe it should have been done much earlier, back when Yanukovych was still there.
Igor, I have to disagree. There were people in Venezuela ready to march and stand up for Maduro too. And yet, he was put on a plane with his wife and taken away.